What's up, everybody? It's Victon here with another guide. We are coming at you on the day 3 of the league, which is kind of like day 2 for most people because day 1 was pretty poo-poo. So I'm kind of far behind that where I would be normally. I'd probably be in red maps, and I'm only at like tier 3, tier 4 maps right now, but not a big deal. What can you do? What I did want to come at you guys with was a kind of a video about how to upgrade the gear in low-level maps. Since we did get nerfed a little bit, I have felt the nerf. The damage is slightly less. It's not noticeable that much, but I do think there's a couple things that we need to do early on in mapping to kind of make up for the lost damage and lost area of effect in clear speed. So we're going to talk about that, and it's a few different things that I have changed, very minor things that I've changed for my the build that actually released the build guide. So let's talk about those. Let's go over the biggest thing first, which is going to be, so let's see, probably the summon Carrion. The issue with this right now though is that it rose in price. I've been talking about it on stream. Oh my god. Okay, so don't get that. Let's get a level 20 Carrion. Let's check the price on that. This was a big damage boost for me when I picked this up. Sadly, it looks like they've risen in price a lot. Okay, see, this is not too bad, not too bad. So early on, you have to be level 70 to get this, right? So, but once you hit level 70, spin the 10 chaos and get a level 20 summon Carrion Golem. That's going to be a lot of damage because you're going to hop in maps and you're probably going to have like a level 16, level 17 Carrion Golem. So spinning that early 10 chaos to get a level 20 is absolutely huge. Lots of damage on that. So that was one of the first upgrades that I did, and it really helped my damage. From there, the second thing I did was I got a 6-link. Now I paid 15 chaos for this. It was a white 6-link armor. Let's see if we can check this. Can I open a trade search? I'm going to take all this off. I'm going to show you guys all this live so you can kind of see what it looks like. Sorry about this thing over here. It's my chaos filter. So we're going to take all this off, literally all of it off. And I'll show you guys how you actually want to search this. So you want to search it for a 6-link with 6, obviously, right? And you want to do, let's change. I think there's nothing I have to change up here. You want to do armor filters, and you definitely want to put armor 1. And the reason we're doing that is because you have 3 red sockets, so you wanted to make sure that we have enough to have red sockets. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so you could buy these for like 20 chaos right now, 20, 25, 28. And then what you would do is you would scour it, which is what I did on this one. I scoured it, and then I did essences of greed. And you could do even these low level ones. I think the one that I did on mine was like this one right here. So it's like literally a mid-level essence of greed. And this is what I got, my first one. So 79 life, some resistances, and a little bit more extra resistances. So not bad chest. And I think I spent total like 16 chaos on this. And then I got the 6-link off of that. Another option that you could do, I say in the video, is getting a corrupted one. You just make sure you do 3 red, 2 blue, and 1 green. And it's gonna be, it probably is gonna be a little bit more expensive to do the corrupted version. I was surprised. It's probably a little bit cheaper to do the version where you just buy the, you know, the cheap 6-link and then use the greed and get some nice life and resistances yourself. I think that's probably the way to do. So that'll be about a little bit under 20 chaos to get that upgrade. That's probably your second upgrade that you want to get after your clay shapers, of course. Let's see how much clay shapers are. 2 chaos. So this is definitely, I probably should have said that in the beginning, but this is the first 2 items that you want to buy in this build is 2 clay shapers. They're literally 2 chaos a pop. So get those 2 early on. It's going to give you +2 to maximum golems. A lot of damage, a lot of damage. Once you get those +2, once you get those 2 clay shapers, that's when you want to start upgrading your other stuff. And I think at that point you get the Carrion Golem level 20. No, I probably wouldn't do the 21. It rose in price quite a bit. And then get your 6-link. You of course could get a tabula rasa if you want, but here's the issue, right? So you're going to be paying 18, 19 chaos for the tabula, and I paid the exact same chaos for this chest, right? So if you're already in maps, I would suggest going ahead and doing a chest like this. If you're leveling up, then you could do the tabula, but most likely you'll be in maps when you have that amount of currency. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to get the chest, and then for your third upgrade, I actually would do this. This is what I did. I went with Ray Spectre level 20 gem. I wish I could, well, I don't know if I can show you. No, it just shows me the helmet. But it's going to be about 4 to probably 6 chaos for a level 20 Ray Spectre. And then for a level 20 Ray Zombie is the same thing. It's about 4 to 5 chaos. So actually pretty cheap. And again, like I said, you're going to have about level 16 to level 17 Race Spectre and Zombie, so they're going to be dying all the time. Not good at all. So buy those super cheap and get level 20 versions of them. I actually got this 21 Zombie. I think I paid like 8 chaos for it. And once you get your 6 link, you can actually take your because up until here I had a Wraith Lord helmet, which is probably like 1 chaos. So as you're leveling up, definitely get that Wraith Lord. But once you get your 6 link, you can take out your Carrion Golems from your Wraith Lord, and you can start putting in your spectres in there. And that's important because you want a helmet like this. That +2 to level of minion gems is really helping these spectres and the zombies, because look, as you can see, level 23 and level 22, and it's just upping their life significantly. So that was a big boost for me, and my specters and my zombies don't die anymore. They were dying all the time in ultimatums. They weren't dying in maps, but they were dying all the time in ultimatums, and it was really, really rough. But once I did that, I got the 6 link and I put it in my helmet, and I got the upgraded levels for the gems, and they don't die anymore. So very good on that one. Once you have that going, you probably will want to buy a large cluster jewel. The thing about it is, here's the issue. About that time while you're mapping, you're going to run out of points to put in your build. So you need to put them somewhere. What you could do is, if you don't have the currency, these are actually about 20 chaos, 20 to 22 chaos right now to get this cluster jewel. And I'll pull this down here for you guys. This I will put in the link of the video. Check the description of the video. And you actually do need to follow this link because I've made it to where you guys, so you need 8 passives, right? 8. And this is important down here though, the item level 50 to item level 67. That's going to help you guys roll Rotten Claws. So let's search here and see how much they cost. Oh, they've gone up in price. So about 30 chaos. They are never this expensive. I'm really surprised that they're this expensive. So this is not the best. I bought 2 of them for 20 chaos. So they might go down in price, but they're 30 chaos right now. And it is important to get these early on, because I do feel like they're probably going to go up in price even more. The earlier you can purchase these, the better, because they're going to go up in price. So pick one of these up. Check the link in the description, get it from that, because it's going to help you roll this, and you're going to use alterations. And I crafted mine myself. Just use alterations until you get Rotten Claws. Like, as you can tell here, mine's not even a rare one. It's literally just Rotten Claws. And I put it in there, and I put some points in there. Until you do that, like I said, if you don't have the currency for that, that's okay. Just fill in as much life everywhere as you can, and then maybe respec afterwards. Like, fill in this life nodes right here. Come over here, you could even come down and get these life nodes. You could even get these life nodes until you have enough currency to get the large cluster jewel. I actually have 2 of them. So I did that. Like I said, I got mine for 20 and 20, so a little bit less expensive than they are now. Once you have your large cluster jewels, or in between, it kind of depends on what your gear looks like. If you've found some good gear along the way, it might not be as bad. But I had absolutely terrible gear, so I had to spend some currency on upgrading my gear. I found this one, so I got lucky finding these boots. The Darkness Enthroned, let's check it. 3 chaos for a Darkness Enthroned, and I think I spent like 4 chaos on this jewel. But again, I probably got these a little bit cheaper than you might get them now. I did spend 19 chaos on this one here because it had some physical damage on it as well. That was probably one of my more expensive purchases, but you don't need to do that right away. Like, I would say right away, right when you get your Darkness Enthroned, is even just like life, and like I said, the minion increased damage, used minion skill recently. That's probably not too expensive. That's going to be maybe like 5 to 10 chaos. Not too bad. But just upgrading your gear in general, like getting my gloves here, these are like, I think I spent 4 chaos for these gloves. I spent 2 chaos, 1 or 2 chaos for this amulet, or for this ring. This amulet I spent like 3 chaos. Like I said, I got 5 chaos for this helmet, so really cheap for the other pieces here. But I did go ahead and upgrade those because it helped me a lot. I'm at 4,600 life, and I am at all capped elemental resistances and 57% chaos. So I am surviving quite a bit now. It's really helping out in those ultimatums, because those things are scary. So overall, I probably spent on the gear. So let's see. As a recap up to now, right? I did the 2 clay shapers, and then I got the 6 link, and then from the 6 link, I got the summon Carrion Golem. You can get a level 20. Don't probably get the 21. They're really expensive now, but 20 is fine. After that, I got the helmet. with the +2 to sock and minion, some life and some resistances. And then from there, I upgraded my race spectre and my race zombie to level 20 versions. That alone was huge upgrades for me, and this was around level tier 1 to tier 2 maps. And then from there is when I upgraded the rest of my gear very slowly but very cheaply. Like I said, most pieces are under 5 chaos. And then from there is when I started doing my large cluster jewels. They're about 30 chaos right now. So you want to get 2 of those, and until you get those, you're just filling out as much life on the tree as possible. And then once you do get them, roll them yourselves with alterations. And it's super easy. You're really just looking for the rotten claws. If you can get something like renewal on there as well, that would be awesome. That's kind of your mid-level upgrade, but your starter one is definitely just the rotten claws, and then the rotten claws. And that's where I'm at with my build right now. I did get a primordial might very recently, but I'm going to show you guys a test map here without the primordial might even in, and it's basically the same stuff. You won't even notice a difference. So let's go ahead and put this in here, and let's start summoning some bros. By the way, if you guys have noticed, the changes to the like how you get your auras is so good. I absolutely love it. We do need mana though. Let's get a mana flask. So basically, the reason I said it is you can, look, watch this. I can get my aura reservation stuff without actually needing the mana. It's so much better. Oh my god, look at that. So much better. I have a mana flask. Let's grab this so we can summon our dudes a little bit quicker. Very nice. Yeah, so I'll talk about that as well. What I am currently doing is using 5 Carrion Golems and 1 Stone Golem, and I'm using that Stone Golem for a little bit extra life regen. The life regen is helping me in Ultimatums, and that's for the Elementalist version. If you are on the Necromancer version, you only have 4 Carrion Golems. That's all you're gonna have for the Necromancer version. Perfect. Okay, I think we are good to go. Let's see here. Let's get rid of that. I think we are good on the setup. I do have, we'll talk about my auras real quick. Summon Skitterbots. I would suggest using Summon Skitterbots, not Flesh and Stone right now, because I don't have my Uber Lab. So when you don't have your Uber Lab, you're not gonna be shocking anything. So using Skitterbots is better. Once you have your Uber Lab and you're able to shock with your Flame Dash, at that point you can go ahead and use Flesh and Stone, but that's probably once you reach around yellow tier maps, I would say. Also, it was important leveling up, by the way, to get these 3 nodes. Getting these 3 nodes really helped with the area of effect for your Cascade skill, because we got nerfed a little bit with the AoE, right? So getting these 3 nodes helped quite a bit with the area of effect, and it's very not noticeable anymore. But let's look at the might real quick, because I did get that, and like I said, that is at the point where I am at, where I basically have no more currency now. So let's check it though, because these are expensive, but we'll get a little snapshot for you guys so you can see where we're at for all the jewels. So Primordial Might's about 150 chaos right now. The Harmonies are about 15 chaos. The Primordial Imminences are about 30 chaos, 34 chaos. And then never buy the Anima Stone. I always mention that. Always make sure you buy another set and then vendor them. So just so you guys can get an idea of where we're at for the Primordial Jewels. So okay, I'm not going to use Anima Stone for this run, just so you guys can see. And this is only a tier 3 map. It's nothing crazy. But I wanted to get this guys out to y'all as soon as possible, so y'all could get a couple tips on how to level up in the low tier maps after we got those nerfs. It's really not a huge deal with the nerfs, but doing this kind of order of purchasing definitely helped me progress a lot faster. So here's an ultimatum. Let's go into an ultimatum. I have honestly gotten to the point where I barely look at what the ultimatums even are. I just kind of run in circles, which is one of the really good reasons I like Carrion Golems in general, is because you just get to run in circles a lot. Oh, I don't have my life flask. Can I switch that while we're in this? Oh, very nice. I did notice so doing the ones with like the hollowed ground or the chaos ones are pretty good since we have really high chaos res. That's pretty nice. What else do I like? I like the one where the dude chases you around because you're just running in circles the whole time. It makes it, I mean, he never catches you, so that's like free. Pretty nice. But as you can see, we're chilling. It's not too bad. One good comment that someone made in Twitch chat, which I definitely agree with, by the way. Let's see here. Oh, I don't want that one. This one isn't that good though. The encounter area will be much smaller because I want to run it. I like my circles, so we're not going to do that. What somebody said in Twitch chat, what I definitely agree with, is we're probably going to do in the mid kind of level of upgrading this build an extra imminence. Primordial Imminence. We used to stack Primordial Harmonies for the most part for the extra damage, but we're probably going to stack at least 2 to even maybe 3 Imminences. And the reason we're doing that is because it's going to help with the cooldown of your Cascade since that got nerfed. We're thinking that getting that 1 extra Imminence will basically negate the nerf and you'll be back to normal. But I mean, as you guys can tell, the damage is definitely fine. I'm chilling. I've barely lost any HP. Let's kind of finish this up here. Hey, we got a sub while we're recording this. I appreciate the sub, man. Thank you, sir. This is one of the best ones to do. The Choking Miasma, a large, fast cloud of chaos damage over time follows you. That's a really good one because you take very little chaos damage with this build. Because I do focus on getting a lot of chaos res on my gear. So and you're moving in circles too, right? So it never catches you, and if it does catch you, it does like no damage. So that's a pretty good one to pick on the ultimatums. Yeah, and I misspoke that. Thank you, Mixer. I misspoke. We're stacking the harmony, an extra harmony. I got those backwards. Thank you, Mixer. We're stacking 2 or 3 harmonies instead of imminences. Yeah, I don't know why I said those backwards. Imminences is what's going to give you the buff effect on your golems, right? So that's what gives you your 90% physical damage resistance. Replica of the Pact. Blood Sacrament skill? Is this new? We'll get that. I feel like it's new. So yeah, we might want to get 2 to 3 harmonies instead of imminences only, basically. Yeah, so good question. Appreciate that. So spectres, we do have 2 Carnage Chieftains and 1 Host Chieftain. 2 Carnage Chieftains and 1 Host Chieftain. Both of those come from Act 7, the Ashen Fields. Act 7, the Ashen Fields. And as you can tell, they're not dying. Now, what you could tell there was my zombies did die in that ultimatum, and that just goes to show you guys that the ultimatums are scary right now. They are scary. They do a lot of damage, but my golems are fine. That's one of the good things about elementalists specifically, is that if your golems die, they get resummoned. It's a huge quality of life boost. Super, super nice. Let's go ahead and make our way to the boss here. You guys pretty much got to see what it looks like in these low tier maps. And on a day, like, I don't know. Honestly, this is probably like more like a day 2 type progression. It's day 1. Didn't really count. Day 1 was poo-poo. Perfect. Looks like we got a citadel as well. Very nice. Let's go ahead and go back to our hideout, but that pretty much covers it, guys. I think that pretty much covers it. What I'm going to do, though, if you guys have questions, ask them in the video of this video. Ask them in the comment section of this video. I'm going to definitely try and respond to as many people as possible. I'm also, as you guys can tell, I'm streaming on Twitch right now. I'm going to be streaming most of this week quite a bit. So if you guys have questions about the build or in general about the lead mechanic, hop in the Twitch chat as well. I'm always happy to help you guys out. And that's probably all I got for this one. So I thank you guys for stopping by, and I will catch you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.